Hi. So for the month of May, we're going to spend a whole bunch of time together and we're going to deep dive on these micro podcasts into dementia. It is a topic that affects so many, and so many families are struggling and dealing with different types of dementia, different behaviors. So many of our age population used to be a day when we all worried about cancer. We all worried about a diagnosis of the C word. And that was the worst we could think of. And now we've reached a time span where cancer is not nearly as intimidating as the diagnosis of dementia for so many. So I want to dive into this from different aspects. We're going to talk to our age population. That's where we're going to hit today. And that is this normal or is it something more? Is this normal aging or should I be concerned and should I be worried? So I just want to kind of get started with this. Let's be honest. Most of us have walked into a room and thought, why am I here? What did I come in here for? That isn't dementia, folks. That is a busy brain. That is somebody who's got many tasks going on. Maybe there's a little forgetfulness going on. That is not classic dementia. That is not something's wrong. Let's wave the red flag. Let's go to the doctor. Let's get cognitive tests. When you pick up the keys and you think, what are these for? When you pick up the keys and you look at them and you go, I don't know how to use these. That's when we are developing a major issue. That's when there's some real concerns. You walk in the room, you get up from you're sitting there eating and you think, oh, I'd really love to have a soda, or I'd really love to have a water, or I'd really love to have the mayonnaise, or whatever it is. And you get up and you walk into the kitchen and you go, what do I want? That's just normal, folks. That is a very normal, busy brain thing going on. Most of us have dealt with it. So forgetfulness, normal. Fear then makes it a bigger thing. So the minute you go, oh no, I don't know why I'm in here. Do I have dementia? Then that fear and that anxiety then drives being even more forgetful, okay? Misplacing things, that's normal. Now, if your forgetfulness starts to interfere with your quality of life, if your forgetfulness interferes with your ability to cook a dinner, like you're constantly forgetting ingredients, forgetting how to do things, you're forgetting how to turn on the stove, you're standing in front of the microwave going, what button do I push? Then we're starting to develop into an issue that needs to be addressed, okay? The goal here is not panic. The goal here is not to create shame. The goal here is to recognize what could be a problem and then to address it like it is and be mindful of how you address it. So being forgetful, normal. Fear, totally normal. But constant forgetting, constant misplacing, interfering with quality of life, not recognizing what a normal object is. You look at your cell phone and you're like, what? There's a problem. If you pick up the remote and you try and make a phone call, once, okay. Twice, 2 or 3 times, we're starting to see some different noticeable differences. So start kind of write down a list. You yourself, you know when things are going, it's a little bit, write down a list. You don't have to share it with anybody yet. Don't diagnose yourself. We have way too many Google doctors out there that are trying to self-diagnose and trying to plan for something. And then what happens? Don't be so afraid of a diagnosis. This is a big one. Don't be so afraid of a diagnosis that you don't go to the doctor. Because remember, we have 400 different causes, over 400 different causes for dementia. Over 400 different causes and reasons for dementia, and many of those causes are treatable. So if you're that aged person and you're starting to notice some cognitive slips, if you're starting to notice, hey, I'm kind of not on my game, please write down the list. Please take time to notice it. Then share it with your loved ones. And if it becomes too excessive, share it with your doctor. Don't be so afraid of a diagnosis that you don't go, because it could be an infection, it could be blood sugar, it could be thyroid, it could be depression, it could be a medication interaction. There are a lot of reasons. We're going to touch on more of those tomorrow. Keep joining us on these micro podcasts. I'm having a blast, and I hope you guys are. We are talking about dementia this month in our webinars, so be on the lookout. We do 2 webinars a month, one for caregivers and one for our age population. Welcome to attend them both, but check those out on our website, and then you can get a little more information and a deeper dive.
More than heart, give them love so true. Through their final sunset, kindness break through. Respect and dignity, let their worth be shown. They